Discipline isn't just what you do, it's who you become. Every choice, every action, every moment shapes your future. Stay committed, stay focused, and watch yourself transform into the person you were meant to be. Discipline is the foundation upon which success is built. It's the daily decisions, the small, consistent actions, and the unwavering commitment to a goal that shape our future. While talent and opportunity play their roles, without discipline, even the most promising paths can lead nowhere. So how do we cultivate this essential quality? Discipline isn't just about willpower. It's about developing the habits, systems, and mindset that keep you on track even when motivation fades. Self-awareness. Discipline begins with self-awareness. You cannot change what you do not understand. Many people go through life unaware of their habits and routines, reacting to circumstances rather than intentionally directing their time, energy, and focus toward their goals. To develop discipline, you must take control. Start by evaluating how you spend your time. Keep track of your daily habits for a week, noting everything from the moment you wake up to when you go to bed. This exercise isn't about judgment, but about gaining clarity. Once you analyze your routine, you'll likely recognize patterns: wasted time, unproductive habits, and missed opportunities for progress. These small moments of distraction may seem insignificant, but over weeks and months they accumulate, stealing valuable time that could be dedicated to meaningful pursuits. Identifying these areas allows you to make intentional adjustments and redirect your focus toward actions that align with your objectives. Start small. A common mistake people make when trying to build discipline is attempting to change too much at once. They set ambitious goals, overhaul their routines overnight, and inevitably burn out. Discipline isn't about drastic change. It's about steady, incremental progress. Think of discipline like a muscle. You wouldn't walk into a gym for the first time and attempt to lift 300 pounds. Instead, you'd start with a manageable weight and gradually increase it over time. The same principle applies to discipline. If your goal is to wake up earlier, don't set your alarm 2 hours earlier overnight. Instead, wake up just 10 or 15 minutes earlier each day until your body adjusts. The key is to make changes small enough to be sustainable, yet consistent enough to push you forward. Over time, these small actions compound. Just as a tiny snowball rolling downhill gains momentum and size, disciplined actions accumulate, leading to significant progress. As momentum builds, staying disciplined becomes easier because your habits begin to reinforce themselves. Taking action without motivation, one of the biggest challenges people face is relying on motivation. They wait for inspiration to strike before taking action. But motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes. If you rely on it alone, your discipline will waver. The real key to discipline is taking action, even when you don't feel like it. That's why small steps are so important. When a task feels overwhelming, break it down into something so small that you can do it regardless of your mood. For example, if you want to build the habit of exercising regularly but don't feel motivated, commit to just 5 minutes of movement. 5 minutes seems easy, right? But once you begin, you'll often find yourself continuing beyond those initial minutes. The hardest part is getting started, and even if you only complete 5 minutes, that's still a victory. You're building the habit, strengthening your discipline, and setting yourself up for long-term success. In the end, discipline isn't about making massive leaps overnight. It's about steady, purposeful actions that over time create the results you desire. Stay consistent, take small but meaningful steps, and let your habits guide you toward success. Delay gratification. Discipline is the foundation of success. It's the small, consistent actions, the daily decisions, and the unwavering commitment to a goal that shape our future. While talent and opportunity play a role, without discipline, even the most promising paths can lead nowhere. We live in a world obsessed with instant results, quick fixes, shortcuts, and overnight success. However, the truth is that anything truly worthwhile takes time, effort, and persistence. Discipline is the ability to resist short-term pleasure for long-term rewards. Delayed gratification means choosing the harder path over the easier one, knowing that the benefits will come later. It's about sacrificing immediate comfort in favor of greater rewards. It's choosing to work on your business instead of going out with friends. It's saving money instead of making impulsive purchases. It's sticking to your fitness routine instead of indulging in unhealthy habits. Every time you delay gratification, you strengthen your discipline and increase your chances of long-term success. A well-known study, the marshmallow experiment, demonstrated this principle. Children were given a choice: eat one marshmallow immediately or wait 15 minutes and receive two. The results showed that those who waited tended to be more successful later in life. They had better health, higher academic achievements, and more fulfilling careers. The lesson is clear. Success doesn't come from instant gratification. It comes from patience, consistency, and discipline. Prioritizing what matters. Delayed gratification isn't just about resisting immediate pleasure. It's about focusing on what truly matters. Discipline isn't about doing everything. It's about doing the right things. Too often, people stay busy with tasks that don't contribute to their success. The key is to identify the few essential actions that will make the biggest difference in your life and commit to them consistently. If you chase too many goals at once, you spread your focus too thin, making little meaningful progress. Instead, get clear on your top priorities. What actions will have the greatest impact on your success? Once you know them, eliminate distractions and unnecessary activities that don't align with your goals. This isn't easy, but it's necessary. The more focused you are, the more disciplined you become. Your energy should be directed toward what truly moves you forward, not scattered across things that don't matter in the long run. Build a routine. Routines are the backbone of discipline. They remove guesswork from your day and reduce the number of decisions you need to make. The fewer choices you have to make, the less mental energy you use, making it easier to stay disciplined. Highly successful people don't rely on superhuman willpower. They create systems and routines that keep them on track. Many of them start their day with structured morning routines, exercising, journaling, or planning their day. These habits set the tone and ensure they stay focused. A strong routine eliminates the need for constant decision-making. When you follow a set schedule, you don't have to think about what to do next. It's already planned. This reduces decision fatigue and allows you to dedicate your mental energy to what truly matters. How to build a routine. Start by identifying your most important daily tasks, those that have the greatest impact on your success. Schedule these tasks at the same time every day. Over time, they will become habits, and discipline will no longer feel like a struggle. It will become second nature. Consistency is key. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's about showing up every day regardless of how you feel. When you create a routine that supports your goals, you no longer rely on motivation or willpower. You simply follow the plan and the results will follow. However, life is unpredictable and obstacles will arise. The key is flexibility. If you miss a day, don't let it spiral into a bad week or month. Discipline is about resilience, bouncing back from setbacks and staying committed to your long-term goals. By practicing delayed gratification, prioritizing what truly matters, and building a strong routine, you can develop unshakable discipline. And with discipline, success is inevitable. Building discipline is a lifelong journey. It's not a one-time achievement, but an ongoing process requiring continuous effort, self-reflection, and adaptation. However, the rewards of discipline make the commitment worthwhile. Master discipline. When you master discipline, you gain control over your life. Instead of being a victim of circumstances, you become the architect of your future. Discipline grants you the power to shape your destiny, accomplish your goals, and evolve into the person you aspire to be. It all begins with small daily actions. By cultivating self-awareness, starting with manageable steps, delaying gratification, prioritizing effectively, and establishing routines, you build the foundation of lasting success. One of the fundamental truths about discipline is that it's a skill, one that improves with consistent practice. Like any other skill, the more you work on it, the stronger it becomes. It's easy to stay disciplined when life is smooth, when you feel in control, and when everything aligns perfectly. However, true discipline is tested in challenging moments, when obstacles arise, when you're tired, or when setbacks occur. Many people abandon their plans too soon, deterred by minor setbacks or temporary discomfort. But success is not a straight path. It is filled with roadblocks, distractions, and moments of doubt. These are the times when perseverance is crucial. This is when discipline becomes your greatest strength. Push through. There's a saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Discipline means pushing forward even when it's difficult. It's about completing necessary tasks, not because you feel like it, but because they are essential. This is the distinction between those who reach their goals and those who don't. The disciplined individual keeps moving forward, regardless of the circumstances. Discipline is not about grand gestures or dramatic moments of willpower. Instead, it thrives in the mundane. It's the small, everyday decisions, the ones made when no one is watching, that shape your future. Discipline is in the minor sacrifices you make daily, the repetitive work you do even when it's tedious, and the commitment to staying the course despite distractions. Many people struggle with patience. In a fast-paced world, instant results are expected. However, discipline teaches that meaningful. Success takes time. It requires persistence, patience, and a long-term mindset. You must be willing to put in the work today, understanding that the rewards may not be immediate, but if you remain disciplined, the results will inevitably follow. Trust the process. Discipline is about believing in the process even when progress isn't immediately visible. At times it may feel like your efforts are yielding little to no results, but every disciplined action you take contributes to something greater. Progress is happening beneath the surface, much like a seed that has been planted. You water it, nurture it, and wait. Initially, it may seem as though nothing is changing, but beneath the soil, roots are developing. Eventually, the tree sprouts, revealing the results of your patience and effort. That's how discipline works. You have to trust that your consistent efforts are laying a foundation, even if the progress isn't immediately evident. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, the results will begin to appear. Surround yourself with the right people. Your environment plays a crucial role in maintaining discipline. If you're surrounded by individuals who lack discipline or don't share your goals, staying on track becomes significantly harder. Conversely, if you align yourself with focused, disciplined individuals who are striving for success, their habits and energy will positively influence you. Discipline is contagious. Being around people who push themselves, stay committed, and maintain focus will naturally inspire you to do the same. Their work ethic, consistency, and dedication will encourage you to uphold similar standards. This is why being intentional about the people you surround yourself with is so important. If you want to strengthen your discipline, seek out mentors, friends, or colleagues who exemplify it. Let their guidance and example propel you forward. It's often said that you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Take a moment to reflect. Who are the people in your life? Are they lifting you up, helping you stay disciplined, and encouraging you to reach your potential? Or are they distracting you, discouraging discipline, and leading you away from your goals? Be honest with yourself. If you truly want to cultivate discipline, you need to be in an environment that fosters growth, consistency, and focus. This may require making tough decisions about who you spend your time with. However, the stronger your environment, the easier it becomes to stay on the path towards success. Conclusion. Discipline is not a fleeting trait, but a lifelong practice. It is built through small, consistent actions, reinforced by patience and strengthened by a supportive environment. The journey of discipline will challenge you, but it will also transform you. When you commit to discipline, you commit to unlocking your full potential. Stay focused, trust the process, and keep pushing forward. Success is a byproduct of the disciplined choices you make every single day. The power of delayed gratification and discipline. We live in a world obsessed with instant results. Everywhere you look, there's a promise of something quick and easy, get-rich-quick schemes, lose-weight-fast diets, and shortcuts to success. But here's the truth. Anything worth achieving takes time and effort. The power of delayed gratification discipline is the ability to forego short-term pleasure for long-term gain. Delayed gratification means resisting the temptation to take the easy path in favor of the harder, more rewarding one. It's about choosing to stay in and work on your side business instead of going out with friends, investing your money rather than spending it on things you don't need, and saying no to immediate desires in favor of bigger rewards that come from sticking to your long-term goals. In the 1970s, researchers conducted what became known as the marshmallow experiment. Children were given a choice: eat 1 marshmallow immediately or wait 15 minutes and receive 2 marshmallows. The researchers followed these children for years and found that those who were able to delay gratification were more successful in life. They had better health, higher test scores, and more successful careers. The lesson is clear. Success doesn't come from immediate satisfaction. It comes from the ability to delay gratification and stay disciplined in the pursuit of goals. Every time you delay gratification, you strengthen your discipline and increase your chances of long-term success. Focus on priorities. Discipline isn't just about saying no to immediate pleasure, it's about prioritizing what matters most. Often we get caught up in busy work that doesn't move us closer to our goals. Discipline requires focus. Identifying the few key actions that will make the biggest difference and committing to them consistently. Think of it this way. If you try to chase two rabbits at the same time, you'll catch neither. The same is true in life. If you pursue too many goals at once, you'll spread your focus too thin and make little meaningful progress. To build discipline, you must be clear on your priorities and say no to distractions. Build a routine. Routines are the backbone of discipline. They remove guesswork, reduce decision fatigue, and make discipline easier. Highly successful people aren't more disciplined because they have superhuman willpower. They've created systems and routines that make it easier to stay on track. To build a routine, identify the most important tasks you need to accomplish each day. Schedule these tasks at the same time every day. Stick to the schedule until these tasks become habits. The beauty of routines is that they create consistency. It's not about being perfect every day. It's about showing up day in and day out, regardless of how you feel. Mastering discipline, building discipline is a lifelong journey that requires constant effort, self-reflection, and adjustment. When you master discipline, you gain control over your life. You become the architect of your future rather than a victim of circumstances. Discipline is tested when things get tough, when challenges arise, when you're tired, or when setbacks occur. Many people give up too soon when faced with obstacles, but success isn't a straight line. There will be distractions and moments of doubt. The key is to push through, even when it's uncomfortable. Push through when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, not because you feel like it, but because it's necessary. It's not built on grand gestures, but in the small daily actions you take. Every small disciplined action builds towards something greater. Even when you don't see immediate results, trust the process. Discipline is about having faith in the work you're putting in, even when you don't see immediate results. Progress often happens beneath the surface, much like a seed growing roots before sprouting. Trust that every small effort is laying the foundation for long-term success. Your environment matters. Your environment plays a huge role in your ability to stay disciplined. If you're surrounded by distractions, staying focused becomes harder. If you're trying to eat healthier but your kitchen is full of junk food, discipline will be a struggle. If you're trying to be productive but your workspace is cluttered, your focus will suffer. One of the simplest ways to build discipline is by eliminating distractions and setting up your environment for success. Clean up your workspace, put your phone away during focused work, and remove temptations that lead to procrastination. This also applies to your mental environment. Are you filling your mind with inspiring content that motivates you, or are you consuming distractions and negativity? Be intentional about the information you allow into your mind. Clarity and specific goals. Discipline requires clarity. You need to be crystal clear about what you want to achieve and why it's important. When you have a strong enough why, discipline becomes easier because you're driven by a deeper purpose. Instead of vague goals like, I want to be successful, be specific. I want to run a 10K in 3 months, or I will write 500 words every day for the next 30 days. Specific goals provide direction and make disciplined choices easier. Celebrate progress. Discipline doesn't mean being harsh with yourself. One of the best ways to stay disciplined is by celebrating small victories. Every time you make a disciplined choice, you reinforce the habit. Acknowledge the progress you make, no matter how small. Hold yourself accountable. Accountability is a powerful tool. When you commit to yourself and others, the pressure to follow through increases. It's easy to let yourself off the hook when no one else knows about your goals, but accountability keeps you on track. Ways to stay accountable. Tell a friend or family member about your goals and ask them to check in. Join a group of like-minded people who are also working toward their goals. Track your progress by writing down daily achievements. Ultimately, discipline is about creating a life of purpose and intention. It's about taking control of your actions rather than letting life happen to you. When you build discipline, you gain the power to shape your future. The journey may not always be easy, but the rewards are immense. With time, effort, and consistency, discipline becomes one of the most powerful tools in your life. Building lasting discipline, master discipline. Building discipline is a lifelong journey. It's not something you achieve once and then forget about. It requires constant effort, self-reflection, and adjustment. However, the rewards are worth it. When you master discipline, you gain control over your life. You become the architect of your future rather than a victim of circumstances. Discipline gives you the power to shape your destiny, achieve your dreams, and become the person you've always wanted to be. It all starts with small daily actions. By becoming self-awareness, starting small, delaying gratification, focusing on your priorities, and creating routines, you can build the discipline that leads to lasting success. Discipline is a skill that must be nurtured over time. The more you practice, the better you get. It's easy to be disciplined when everything is going smoothly. But real discipline is tested when challenges arise, when you're tired, or when setbacks occur. The road to success is not a straight line. There will be obstacles, distractions, and days when you feel like giving up. It's during these moments that you must dig deep and stay consistent. Push through. There's a saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Discipline is about pushing through even when it's uncomfortable. It's about doing what needs to be done, not because you feel like it, but because it's necessary. This is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who don't. Discipline is built in the mundane. The small, everyday decisions you make shape your future. Many think discipline is about grand gestures, but it thrives in the little things. The choices you make when no one is watching, the small sacrifices, and the commitment to doing the work even when it's tedious. Patience is key. True success takes time, requiring persistence and a long-term perspective. You must be willing to put in the work today, knowing the rewards may not come immediately, but if you stay disciplined, the results will come. Trust the process. Discipline is about having faith in your work, even when you don't see immediate results. Sometimes it feels like you're making no progress, but every small disciplined action builds towards something greater. Think of it like planting a tree. You water it, care for it, and see no immediate results, but beneath the surface, roots are growing. One day, seemingly out of nowhere, the tree sprouts. Surrounding yourself with the right people is crucial. If you're around disciplined, goal-driven individuals, their habits and mindset will influence you positively. On the other hand, if your environment is filled with distractions and negativity, it will be harder to stay on track. Choose your company wisely, as discipline is contagious. Environment. Your physical and mental environment plays a huge role in fostering discipline. Is your workspace cluttered and full of distractions? Are you surrounded by temptations that pull you away from your goals? One of the simplest ways to build discipline is by eliminating distractions and setting up your environment for success. This also applies to your mental environment. Are you filling your mind with positive, inspiring content, or are you consuming negativity that drains your motivation? Be intentional about what you allow into your mind. Clarity and specific goals. Discipline requires clarity. You must be crystal clear about what you want to achieve and why it's important. When your why is strong enough, discipline becomes easier because you are driven by purpose rather than sheer willpower. Setting clear, specific goals provides direction. Instead of saying, I want to get in shape, say, I want to run a 10K in 3 months. Instead of, I want to be more productive, say, I will write 500 words every day for the next 30 days. Specific goals make disciplined choices easier because they give you a clear roadmap. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledging progress keeps you motivated. Every time you make a disciplined choice, you're reinforcing the habit. Celebrate small wins, whether it's waking up early, resisting temptation, or sticking to your routine. These moments remind you that discipline is paying off. Hold yourself accountable. Accountability is a powerful tool for maintaining discipline. When you commit to something privately, it's easy to let yourself off the hook, but when you involve someone else, the stakes become higher. Share your goals with a friend, mentor, or accountability group. Regular check-ins will keep you on track. However, accountability isn't just external. You must also hold yourself accountable. Track your progress daily, be honest with yourself, and set expectations you follow through on, even when no one else is watching. Else is watching. Manage your emotions. Many people think discipline is purely about action, doing the work, following routines, and making the right choices. But discipline also requires emotional management. Emotions often get in the way of our best intentions. Frustration, boredom, or unexpected challenges can derail progress. Discipline isn't about ignoring emotions, but learning to manage them so they don't control your actions. Self-awareness and emotional intelligence are key. When discouragement sets in, reframe your mindset. Instead of "this is too hard," tell yourself, "this challenge is making me stronger." Our thoughts shape our emotions, and when we shift our perspective, discipline becomes easier. Gratitude is another powerful tool for emotional management. When things feel tough, focus on what's going right. Keep a gratitude journal and list 3 things you're thankful for daily. This shift in mindset helps you stay positive, reinforcing your discipline. Embrace failure. Discipline is not about perfection, it's about persistence. Everyone slips up at times. The key is not letting setbacks derail you completely. Instead of seeing failure as an endpoint, use it as a learning experience. Ask yourself, what went wrong? Why did I slip up? How can I prevent it in the future? Failure is not something to fear, it's something to learn from. Every mistake teaches a lesson. The most disciplined individuals aren't those who never fail. They're the ones who refuse to quit. Missing one day of progress doesn't define your success. What matters is what you do next. Final thoughts. Discipline is a long-term commitment, not a short-term fix. It's about developing the habits, mindset, and resilience needed to stay on track. Every small, disciplined action brings you closer to your goals, even when progress isn't immediately visible. Over time, discipline becomes more than just something you do. It becomes a part of who you are, shaping every decision and goal you pursue. Change isn't your enemy, it's your greatest ally in personal growth and success. When you welcome change, you open yourself to new opportunities and possibilities that you wouldn't have seen if you remained stuck in the same place. Every change, whether in your personal life, career, or mindset, offers a chance to learn, grow, and reinvent yourself. One reason people resist change is the fear of uncertainty. The unknown can be intimidating, but here's the truth. Nothing great happens in your comfort zone. Everything you desire, success, fulfillment, new experiences, lies on the other side of change. So rather than fearing it, start embracing it as an adventure, a new chapter in your story. The more you practice accepting change, the more adaptable you become, making it easier to handle whatever life throws your way. I once worked with a man who had a stable job for over 20 years. He was comfortable but unfulfilled. He dreamed of starting his own business but feared leaving the security of his job. After years of hesitation, he finally took the leap. Within a few years, he was more successful and fulfilled than he ever imagined. The change was scary, but it was exactly what he needed to grow and achieve his dreams. The point is, change is inevitable. The question is, will you let it control you, or will you control how you respond? Will you allow it to push you around, or will you use it to your advantage? When you embrace change, you take control of your destiny. You stop letting life happen to you and start making life happen for you. A practical way to start embracing change is by getting comfortable with discomfort. Put yourself in situations that challenge you, take risks, try new things, and push beyond your current limits. The more you do this, the more you build confidence and resilience. You begin to realize that you can handle whatever comes your way, and that change isn't something to fear, it's something to welcome. Another key to embracing change is maintaining a positive mindset. Change can be challenging, but it's all about perspective. Instead of seeing it as a loss or disruption, view it as an opportunity. Every change, no matter how difficult, brings a lesson. It's a chance to grow, learn, and become better. When you shift your mindset from resistance to acceptance, change becomes a tool for progress rather than a source of stress. Here's something to try. Think back to a time in your life when you experienced a major change, perhaps a career shift, a relationship transition, or a move to a new city. How did that change shape who you are today? What lessons did you learn? How did it help you grow? More often than not, even the toughest changes lead to something positive, even if it didn't seem that way at the time. Remember, change is the gateway to growth. The more you embrace it, the more you'll evolve and the more opportunities you'll create for yourself. Don't resist it. Lean into it. Let it shape, challenge, and transform you into the person you're meant to be. Now, keep in mind that all of these keys are interconnected. You can't have one without the other. They work together to build a life of success, fulfillment, and growth. You can't set goals without discipline. You can't manage time without emotional control. You can't. Embrace change without continuous learning and personal development. It's all part of the journey to becoming the best version of yourself. As you move forward, ask yourself, which of these areas do I need to focus on right now? Do you need to set clearer goals? Is discipline holding you back? Do you need to surround yourself with more positive, inspiring people? Whatever it is, start there. Focus on one area and begin making small, consistent changes. Over time, those small efforts will compound into dramatic improvements in your life. You have the power to create the life you want. No matter where you are now, no matter your circumstances, you have the ability to change, grow, and achieve your dreams. It all begins with the decisions you make each day. So decide today to start applying these principles in your life. Take responsibility, set your goals, practice discipline, and never stop growing. Because in the end, the only limits on your life are the ones you place on yourself. So dream big, work hard, and never settle for less than what you're capable of becoming. At the end of the day, your life is a reflection of your choices. Every small step you take today shapes the future you create tomorrow. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now, embrace growth, take control, and push past your limits. The only thing standing between you and the life you desire is the action you take. Dream big, stay disciplined, and never settle for less than you're capable of. Your journey to success starts today. Go make it happen.